Question 1. A large enterprise has multiple AWS accounts under AWS organizations. Developers need access to resources in different accounts. The company wants a central authentication system. No long-term credentials should be used. Which solution should be implemented? Options: A. Create IAM users in each AWS account. B. Use AWS IAM Identity Center, AWS SSO, with permission sets. C. Use IAM roles with cross-account trust. D. Store credentials in AWS Secrets Manager. Correct answer: B. Use AWS IAM Identity Center, AWS SSO, with permission sets. Explanation: AWS SSO allows users to access multiple AWS accounts using a single set of credentials. It integrates with identity providers like Microsoft AD, Okta, etc. Reduces management overhead and improves security. Why not other options? Option A. IAM users in each account create operational overhead and security risks. Option C. IAM roles work but require manual setup for each account. Option D. Secrets Manager is for storing API keys, not managing user authentication. Question 2. An e-commerce company wants a disaster recovery (DR) strategy that is cost-effective but ensures quick recovery. They have an RDS database in Region A. They want minimal downtime in case Region A fails. Replication should not double the cost of the primary environment. Which solution should be used? Options: A. Deploy a multi-AZ RDS instance. B. Use Amazon RDS read replicas in another region. C. Use AWS Backup to take periodic snapshots. D. Enable Amazon RDS cross-region read replicas with manual failover. Correct answer: D. Enable Amazon RDS cross-region read replicas with manual failover. Explanation: Cross-region read replicas allow asynchronous replication to a secondary region. They cost less than an active multi-AZ instance, but can be promoted during a disaster. Provides a balance between cost and recovery speed. Why not other options? Option A. Multi-AZ does not protect against regional failures. Option B. Read replicas are not automatically promoted in case of failure. Option C. Backups do not offer real-time replication, leading to potential data loss. Question 3. A company is deploying an API that will be accessed by mobile and web applications. The API must be secured without managing infrastructure. Users should authenticate using social logins, Google, Facebook, etc. The solution should scale automatically. Which service should be used for authentication? Options: A. AWS IAM users and access keys. B. Amazon Cognito with API gateway. C. AWS Secrets Manager to store user credentials. D. Create a custom authentication server on EC2. Correct answer: B. Amazon Cognito with API gateway. Explanation: Amazon Cognito provides authentication with social logins. It integrates with API gateway for secure access. Scales automatically without manual user management. Why not other options? Option A. IAM users are for AWS services, not customer authentication. Option C. Secrets Manager is for managing secrets, not user authentication. Option D. Managing authentication on EC2 increases complexity and cost. Question 4. A media streaming service is experiencing high demand for live events. The system should handle millions of users watching at the same time. Latency should be minimized and costs optimized. The infrastructure should scale automatically. Which architecture should be used? Options: A. Use auto-scaling EC2 instances with an ALB. B. Use Amazon CloudFront with S3 and Media Convert. C. Use Amazon RDS multi-AZ for handling user sessions. D. Deploy streaming servers on Amazon Lightsail. Correct answer: B. Use Amazon CloudFront with S3 and Media Convert. Explanation: CloudFront caches media content globally, reducing load on origin servers. S3 provides highly scalable storage for video content. AWS Elemental Media Convert optimizes video streams. Why not other options? Option A, scaling EC2 is slow and expensive for media streaming. Option C, RDS is for databases, not media content delivery. Option D, Lightsail is not designed for high-performance media streaming. Question 5. A financial institution needs a secure, private connection between its on-premises data center and AWS. It requires low latency and high security. The company does not want to use public internet connectivity. The connection should handle large data transfers. Which service should be used? Options: A. AWS Site-to-Site VPN. B. AWS Direct Connect. C. VPC peering. D. AWS Transit Gateway. Correct answer: B. AWS Direct Connect. Explanation. Direct Connect provides a dedicated, private network connection to AWS. It offers high bandwidth and low latency, which is ideal for financial applications. More secure than VPN, which uses the public internet. Why not other options? Option A, VPN runs over the public internet, increasing latency. Option C, VPC peering is for AWS to AWS communication, not on-premises. Option D, Transit Gateway is for managing multiple VPC connections, not on-premises links. Question 6. A startup is hosting a web application and wants to reduce costs. The backend should autoscale and be cost-efficient. Some requests are processed asynchronously. The team wants a serverless solution. Which architecture should be used? Options: A. Amazon EC2 with autoscaling. B. AWS Lambda with Amazon SQSC, Amazon RDS with a load balancer. D. Use a single EC2 instance with an EBS volume. Correct answer: B. AWS Lambda with Amazon SQS. Explanation. Lambda scales automatically and charges only for execution time. SQS enables asynchronous processing, reducing application load. This architecture is highly cost-effective. Why not other options? Option A, EC2 autoscaling is more expensive than a serverless approach. Option C, RDS requires ongoing costs, even when not in use. Option D, a single EC2 instance is not scalable or fault-tolerant. Question 7. A multi-tenant SaaS application is being developed. Each tenant, customer, should have isolated authentication. The application should support Google, Facebook, and AWS IAM authentication. Users should not manage their own IAM users. Which service should be used for authentication? Options: A. AWS IAM with assume role for each tenant. B. Amazon Cognito with identity pools. C. AWS Secrets Manager to store credentials. D. Create a custom authentication system on EC2. Correct answer: B. Amazon Cognito with identity pools. Explanation. Amazon Cognito provides user authentication and supports social logins. Identity pools allow mapping users to AWS resources securely. It simplifies multi-tenant authentication while keeping tenants isolated. Why not other options? Option A, IAM roles are not designed for external user authentication. Option C, Secrets Manager stores credentials but does not authenticate users. Option D, managing authentication manually is costly and complex. Question 8. A big data analytics company is collecting and processing large data sets. The storage must scale to petabytes. Data should be accessible via SQL queries. Low-cost storage is a priority. Which service should be used? Options: A. Amazon RDS with PostgreSQL. B. Amazon Redshift Spectrum. C. Amazon EFS for storing datasets. D. Amazon S3 with Amazon Athena. Correct answer: D. Amazon S3 with Amazon Athena. Explanation. Amazon S3 stores massive datasets cost-effectively. Athena allows SQL queries on data without provisioning infrastructure. This combination is highly scalable and pay-per-query, reducing costs. Why not other options? Option A, RDS is not optimized for petabyte-scale data. Option B, Redshift Spectrum is good but requires managing a Redshift cluster. Option C, EFS is expensive for large-scale analytic storage. Question 9. A bank runs a mission-critical banking application on AWS. They need a disaster recovery (DR) solution that minimizes downtime. The system should automatically failover. A secondary region should be ready to take over. Which DR strategy is most appropriate? Options: A. Backup and restore using Amazon S3 snapshots. B. Pilot light with minimal resources running in another region. C. Warm standby with continuously running instances in a second region. D. Active with full workload running in both regions. Correct answer: D. Active with full workload running in both regions. Explanation. Active ensures both regions are always running. Failover happens instantly, minimizing downtime. Ideal for critical applications like banking. Why not other options? Option A, backup and restore is too slow for mission-critical apps. Option B, Pilot Lite requires spinning up instances, causing delay. Option C, warm standby helps, but still requires some manual intervention. Question 10. A mobile application has millions of daily users interacting with a REST API. The API should handle spikes in traffic automatically. Cost should remain low. The system should be serverless. Which architecture should be used? Options: A. Amazon API Gateway with AWS Lambda. B. Application Load Balancer with EC2 auto-scaling. C. Deploy a Kubernetes cluster with Amazon EKS. D. Use a single EC2 instance with an Nginx server. Correct answer: A. Amazon API Gateway with AWS Lambda. Explanation. API Gateway scales automatically to handle high traffic. Lambda runs serverless code, reducing infrastructure costs. No need to manage servers or scaling manually. Why not other options? Option B, EC2 auto-scaling increases costs and requires management. Option C, EKS is complex and expensive for simple API workloads. Option D, a single EC2 instance cannot handle high traffic.